In mathematics, the look and say sequence is the sequence of integers beginning as follows: 1, 11, 21, 12, 11, 111,221, 312,211, 13,112,221, 1,113,213,211. To generate a member of the sequence from the previous member, read off the digits of the previous member, counting the number of digits in groups of the same digit. For example, 1 is read off as 1 1, or 11. 11 is read off as 2 1s, or 21. 21 is read off as 1 2, then 1 1, or 12 11. 12 11 is read off as 1 1, then 1 2, then 2 1s, or 111,221. 111,221 is read off as 3 1s, then 2 2s, then 1 1, or 312,211. The look and say sequence was introduced and analyzed by John Conway. The idea of the look and say sequence is similar to that of run-length encoding. If we start with any digit d from 0 to 9, then d will remain indefinitely as the last digit of the sequence. For d different from 1, the sequence starts as follows: d, 1d, 111d, 311d, 13,211d, 111,312,211d, 31,131,122,211d, a euro. Alain Bardey has called this sequence, starting with d equals 3, the Conway sequence. Basic properties. The sequence grows indefinitely. In fact, any variant defined by starting with a different integer seed number will also grow indefinitely, except for the degenerate sequence, 22, 22, 22, 22, a euro. No digits other than 1, 2, and 3 appear in the sequence, unless the seed number contains such a digit or a run of more than 3 of the same digit. Conway's cosmological theorem: every sequence eventually splits into a sequence of atomic elements, which are finite subsequences that never again interact with their neighbors. There are 92 elements containing the digits 1, 2, and 3 only, which John Conway named after the natural chemical elements. There are also 2 transuranic elements for each digit other than 1, 2, and 3. The terms eventually grow in length by about 30% per generation. In particular, if ln denotes the number of digits of the nth member of the sequence, then the limit of the ratio exists and is given by where I equals 1.303577269 is an algebraic number of degree 71. This fact was proven by Conway, and the constant I is known as Conway's constant. The same result also holds for every variant of the sequence starting with any seed other than 22. Conway's constant is the unique positive real root of the following polynomial. Popularization: the look and say sequence is also popularly known as the Morris number sequence, after cryptographer Robert Morris, and the puzzle is sometimes referred to as the cuckoo's egg from a description of Morris in Clifford Stoll's book The Cuckoo's Egg. Variations: there are many possible variations on the rule used to generate the look and say sequence. For example, to form the Pea pattern, one reads the previous term and counts all instances of each digit, not just those occurring in a consecutive block. Thus, beginning with the seed 1, the Pea pattern proceeds 1, 11, 21, 12 11, 31 12, 132,112, 311,322, etc. This version of the Pea pattern eventually forms a cycle with the two terms 23,322,114 and 32,232,114. Other versions of the Pea pattern are also possible. For example, instead of reading the digits as they first appear, one could read them in ascending order instead. In this case, the term following 21 would be 1112 and the term following 3112 would be 211,213. These sequences differ in several notable ways from the look and say sequence. Notably, unlike the Conway sequences, a given term of the Pea pattern does not uniquely define the preceding term. Moreover, for any seed the Pea pattern produces terms of bounded length. This bound will not typically exceed 2 radix plus 2 digits and may only exceed 3 radix digits in length for degenerate long initial seeds. For these maximum bounded cases, individual elements of the sequence take the form AOB1C2D3E4F5G6H7I8J9 for decimal, where the letters here are placeholders for the digit counts from the preceding element of the sequence. Given that this sequence is infinite and the length is bounded, it must eventually repeat due to the pigeonhole principle. As a consequence, these sequences are always eventually periodic. See also, Kulikowski sequence. References: Conway, John. The Weird and Wonderful Chemistry of Audioactive Decay. Eureka 46, 5 €16. Conway sequence, Math World, accessed online February 4, 2011. ABCD Martin, Oscar. Introduction. Look and Say Biochemistry, Exponential RNA and Multistranded DNA. American Mathematical Monthly 113 ppA 289 €307. ISNA 0002-9890. Archived from the original on December 24, 2006. Retrieved January 6, 2010. Eichhod, S.B., Zelbger, D. Proof of Conway's Lost Cosmological Theorem, Electronic Research Announcements of the American Mathematical Society, August 21, 1997, Volume 5, pages 78-82. Retrieved July 4, 2011. Robert Morris Sequence, FAQ about Morris Number Sequence, External links, Conway speaking about this sequence, Westerstein, Eric W., Look and Say Sequence, Math World. Look and Say Sequence Generator, Sloan's A014715, Decimal Expansion of Conway's Constant, the Online Encyclopedia of Integer Sequences. OEIS Foundation. Look and Say Sequence, from 0 up to 70, a derivation of Conway Euro unregistered trademark S degree -71 a Euro OE Look and Say Euro polynomial.